Why do I believe he will win?
Well, no, not even that. Do you think Tuchel's got the one up on Guardiola after beating him 2 times?
No, I don't.
Cool.
I don't.
Why?
Alright, cool. So let's look at the 2 games in question, that he's played against Pep. The first game in the Champions League, we played a double pivot. And like we discussed even on our way, the best City team this season, we don't play double pivot. We play Fernandinho and essentially 5 midfielders, innit? Really and truly. Yeah. So I don't think, and plus, I genuinely believe that Pep didn't care about that game, innit? Too tough. I don't think he cared about that game enough to win that.
Talking about yesterday's game?
No. I'm talking about the first game, the FA Cup fixture, innit?
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah. So, and then yesterday's game, I think, was an even bigger reflection of that. We've seen Pep do something that he's never done this season. He's played a 3 at the back, and within that team as well, he's played 1 midfielder in the whole team. In the whole team, there was 1 midfielder in the whole team, which was Rodri, innit? Played Ferran Torres, Sterling, Jesus and Aguero. It was just a mess, innit, really and truly. And I think Pep's reasoning behind this, it is weird, innit? But I think he tried to dumb down the Champions League final as best as he could, in a sense where he didn't want to he didn't want to make this game look as a prelude to anything. Do you get what I'm saying? I said to you in the car as well that I think it was some sort of a genius move on Pep's part.
To what? To play that system?
Yeah.
Okay, explain.
In a sense where, alright, cool. Let's say, you lot had beaten us and we played our... No.
Oh, sorry. You said it.
Relax, bro.
I was like, did you forget what happened, bro?
Relax, bro. Yeah, so I think if we had lost this game, playing any similar to how we usually play, I think it would have been mentally damaging to us in the Champions League, innit? Because cool, the first game you could knock it as alright, cool, that's not us playing our best team or formation or whatever. But if you man actually beat us playing our football, then it's like, man might actually have the one up on us for the Champions League. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas if you now, and I think we could have won the game. Do you know what I'm saying? That Aguero penalty goes in, could be having a whole different conversation. But we lost. Cool, fair enough. But I think with us losing in the manner that we did, playing the formation that we did, with the players that we did, I think it's a thing where it's like, alright, cool, we lost. Try something new, whatever. So it is what it is, man. So I think it took a bit of pressure off us in him trying to like dumb down the actual fixture, because a lot of the talk was about this could be the kind of the warm up to the Champions League kind of thing. And I think even Chelsea as well, you did not play the team that you would play in Champions League final. Yeah. So I think both managers in some respects done something to kind of dumb down I think the grand scene, as it were.
As a neutral, what do you think to that?
I think to say it took pressure off you, I think is a stretch, because you lost at the end of the day. That's 2 losses. Now you cannot afford to lose. If you lose in the final, then he can genuinely say Tuchel's got better.
No, but I hear that. But wouldn't you, if you were to lose 2 fixtures, wouldn't you lose those fixtures doing something different?
Yeah, but you don't have to lose. That's the point.
Yeah, no,
do you know what I mean? And both games are best case
scenario, you don't lose, innit? Of course,
that's what I'm saying.
But my point is that if I'm losing trying something new, I'm more content with that as opposed to us losing playing what we actually play. Because then it's like, we've really been sussed out now. That's why I keep saying to you, the final's going to be a whole different game, because
I agree with that.
You lot aren't going to play the seat that you've played on 2 occasions.
But I still think...
Don't smile at me like that.
I still think the fact that you actually lost puts more pressure on you. You get what I mean? Because now there's no excuses. You've kept everything in the clip. Cool. Do you get what I mean? You haven't shown your cards. Yeah. So now it's like you better show out in the final. Otherwise you got no.
Can I flip it?
No excuse.
You know how we've been saying for a while now how Chelsea have the least pressure, or they're walking in with no pressure almost, because you lot aren't supposed to be here. Essentially, do you think that with you guys beating us twice, that's put more pressure on you lot now? Because now is the thing where, alright, cool, maybe you actually can compete here.
No, because then you're speaking out both sides out your mouth.
What do you mean?
You're saying Pep didn't really try to win, so the win wasn't worth much in the first place. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
But from a Chelsea perspective, would you lot be coming in with more confidence now, knowing that you've beat us twice?
Confidence, but not pressure.
Yeah, that's the difference. Confidence and pressure are very.
And that's what the balance that you think.
You think the pressure here is still the same as it was last week?
Of course it is. Yeah. The pressure has never changed. And this is where I'm gonna come in and basically say that everything that you said to me, or everything that you just explained to the people at home, in my opinion, is just a a representation of a boxer being on the ropes. Everything you said was defensive. Pep cared. Pep wants to win. He doesn't not care about games.
Could have won the title.
The FA Cup game, do you know what? I would even maybe give it to you. You play the formation, but when you don't have Edison, you don't play Walker. Fernandinho and Rodri played, but you play Sterling, Ferran Torres, Gabriel Jesus. But KDB started, so you might. But I'll
KDB started when?
The FA Cup game, innit?
Oh yeah.
And he came off injured, innit? Phil Foden came on, Gundogan came on. So like, I won't say he didn't care, but do you know what? I'll say cool. This game was an opportunity to win. And in my opinion, you're saying that Pep didn't care, that's why he experimented. Yeah. Pep doesn't experiment if Tuchel's not playing a back three. Do you understand what I'm saying? If Tuchel plays a normal back four system, Pep plays a normal back four system. The reason why he wanted to test out that back three is to see whether it was an option in the final, to maybe match up the formations.
So you think he played that formation and that Tuchel's going to play a three as well?
No, obviously he knows Tuchel's playing a free. He knows that Tuchel's not changing because he's not changed since he's been at Chelsea. I'm saying that Pep played a free because he wanted to see whether matching up with Chelsea's back three was an option.
Experimenting, basically.
Do you know what I'm saying? And for me, one thing you have to remember is both teams play their B teams. And fair enough, there was a comment you made when we spoke, obviously, like that we looked more like our system.
You look more like you than we did.
However, the players still make the system. We've seen that better players obviously make the system better or make your team improve. So the fact that we could beat Man City's B team, because Ruben Diaz and still ballers in that team. We could beat Man City's B team shows me that there's an opportunity there where we don't have the pressure. We don't need to go into that game thinking that we have to win because, like I said,
you ain't even meant to
if Chelsea win the Champions League, we've cheated the process. Like, you know how we've made all these for the whole season when people talk about processes, especially when Lampard, even Oli, I'd say at the beginning of the season when people were still unsure, Arteta at the beginning of the season with Arsenal, when people were comparing processes, they were talking about what Klopp's and Guardiola's. They're saying Pep finished fourth in his first season. You have to give every manager time. Klopp, he needed to integrate his system. He needed to do da-di-da-di-da. And Klopp, Pep, finished fourth in his first year. I believe they won the League Cup as well, though.
I think so.
I might be wrong. But Liverpool didn't win anything really till they really started showing themselves once they had all the players in the system. Look, at the end of the day, all that system, all that process nonsense will be thrown in the bin if Chelsea were to win the Champions League now. Winning the Champions League doesn't mean you're the best team in Europe, but it means that you're the best team in Europe for that season, based on the fact that you won the trophy. Wait. I just said it doesn't mean you're the best team in Europe. Of course, if Chelsea win, they're not the best team in Europe. I know that. But the trophy says that you're the best team in Europe, and you can't dispute that. Like,
but just to dispute one thing.
One sec, just quickly, and then you can dispute it, innit? So my point is now that we can show ourselves to be in a team that have announced themselves if we can win this Champions League, especially after the fact that we aren't the favourites to win it. And that's why I think that all that talk about Pep not caring and not trying to show his cards, fair enough, I'll give them that, but Tuchel also didn't show his cards as well because he didn't put Mason Mount in the squad. Thiago Silva wasn't in the squad. Kai Havertz, who's in the form of his life, didn't even come onto the pitch. So like,
form of his Chelsea life.
But my thing wasn't more. It's more so to do with the system that we played as opposed to the actual players. I think we could have played our normal team, but playing a three at the back end, we've never played a three at the back for one. And I think the biggest drastic change is the fact that we only played one midfielder, bro. Like, we play the most midfielders in Europe, fam. We essentially play with a back four, one winger, and the rest of our players.
What I find so interesting though is that in that game particularly, and it's important to make mention of it because it's things that we can use to almost give us an insight into what we see to happen in the final. It was 1-1 when you brought on Gundogan and Phil Foden. So you did change the system during the game. Yeah. And look, I'm saying momentum is a big thing in games. And you need to respect Thomas Tuchel. That's what I think is getting kind of lost in it. I don't think Pep doesn't respect him. I think because Pep is obviously giving him a lot of credit as well. He actually name drops him in his interviews and that. But I think it's a thing where Pep being the overthinker that he is, can make some mistakes because he's going up against a guy that he really respects.
Yeah, we've seen it.
And that's the thing that we're almost asking questions of, because the questions are of Pep. Can you win your first Champions League without Messi? Can you win Man City's first Champions League? Can you set a legacy that will put you ingrained in football forever? Pep's already got his legacy laid down, but taking Man City to the Champions League title is a new found legacy. All the questions are on him. Can he Pep hasn't lost his finals, but let's remember the teams he's had in those finals. I mean, that's why I don't pay too much notice in the 14 out of 15.
Yeah.
Bro, he's had Messi, he's had Bayern Munich, and then he's had Man City in a lot of the finals that he's played as well. He faced very, very meaty teams in those finals.
I got my eye on the ball, yeah. I got my eye on the ball. I got my eye on the ball, yeah. I got my eye on the ball. I got my eye on the ball.